Hey, everybody. Uh, Cannabis won't cure the coronavirus, but it can cure the cases of Mondays. Oops, that was a little loud on your end. So, cover several topics. It does cure. Yes, cannabis is medicine, but it does not cure the coronavirus. And that'd be bad news for anybody to say that. And let me tell you why. So, I recently posted a meme without the Peter Greenspoon portion, minus this part. I posted this part as a meme just to be funny. And then honestly, it is medicine, right? It's a decompressant. It's a analgesic. Say that 10 times. Analgesic. It does multiple things, but let's not say it cures the coronavirus. A lot of people took it in jest, like I meant, and then the reason why I'm adding this, I'm talking about this, is because one of the things I wanted to talk about was like terminology use, right? So here we got three words that I decided to search together: marijuana, cannabis, and weed. Let's go in. Yeah. Now check that out. The weed one, which, granted, there could be a search for mass weeds in someone's property or something. I don't know. But look at these searches. All in the beginning of the year, they peak out, all three of them. So weed being the most common one. I sent the email to the right one. Oh, me too. I'll check that out, Gary, later. Appreciate you, man. So check it out. So on January 1st, people are inquiring about cannabis, marijuana, weed. But really what struck me as wanting to highlight this topic is the number one for weed kills coronavirus, for the word weed. And apparently California, that's California, you're special. But so here we go. Back to the terminologies though. Everybody has their own special term. But weed though, man, look at this. Everybody in the country knows weed, right? Everybody in the country knows marijuana. But when it comes to cannabis, the terminology, yes, I fucking love my cannabis. I love my weed. I love my dope. I love my anything. But, I'm just trying to just show representation as far as our country goes, because the more we know, the stronger we are, the more informative we are. And, these are important things to note. So, and later on, you can go back, and if you have a question about, what your country thinks about cannabis, marijuana, weed, go to a Google Trend search, do the analytics like I'm doing right now. This is not rocket science. This is not hidden messages, hidden secrets that people are, don't want you to know. No, go to Google Analytics and type in the word cannabis, weed, marijuana, and you'll get your comparisons, right? So there's that. Next thing I wanted to talk about was, did you see the Martha Stewart website? Did you guys see the commercial with Snoop Dogg? Now, I hope a little snippet won't get us ping, but it is a commercial. So, I'm going to play this for you guys. This is pretty dope. This little section right here. And by the way, Tostitos, we can use a sponsor, right?
All right, pass me some of that green stuff.
For shizzle.
Martha, we talked about this.
Pass that green shit. Now, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I think they mean marijuana. Are we mainstream yet? We're not. How subtle. You put Snoop and you put Martha Stewart. Only one of those people have been in jail, and you'll be surprised too, and or not surprised. And they made a commercial for Tostitos, for cheese, for Munchies. Hey, Jack in the Box, I'm your guy. Hey, anybody else, I'm your guy. It's just, I'm your food guy. So hit us up. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the Facebook is finally getting sued by some cannabis groups over their policies, their anti-marijuana policy. So let us hope that this goes somewhere. I've included all the links to everything I'm talking about right now in all the shit. So go there if you're curious about it. But that is great news. I think hopefully that goes somewhere. The next thing I want to talk about, which I talked about briefly with Tom in our podcast with the Ohio activists, the VA. So the VA, marijuana moment. I love these guys. They caught and screen captured and downloaded the VA's request for medical information. So they've done this before. I've seen this before where they put out a need or a request for people in research or with experiences and full on contacts and everything. And then they pull it when people realize, like, hey, the VA, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but the VA is not an arm of the government. So I don't understand why they keep allowing, but probably funding, it all comes down to money as always. But the fact that they let their voices get squashed is very disheartening, especially as a veteran myself. And speaking as veterans, there's a Pennsylvania veteran who's facing a home crisis. She's a medical patient in Pennsylvania, and she's been denied her Section 8 housing. Now, this is way too common in every state. It's federally illegal, but morally, this woman served time. She's helped our country, and yet she's going to be homeless because of bad laws. Now, and to wrap up my 10 minutes here, because I'm trying to give like 10, 15 minutes of just like news and conversation or anything that can help stimulate anything. We're just trying to, make this world better. But in good news, this guy is going to have they say early, closer to release though. Closer to release. So what happened was, when they press charges on you, you can add the charges consecutively or concurrently. Concurrently means, hey, 3 charges, all of 5 years, I can serve my 1 5-year stint and be done. Or, hey, 5 years, now another 5 years and another 5 years in a row. Now you're serving 15 for, whatever crimes that they said that you did. And this is great news. This group here, it's a project, the Canna Convict Project. Seems to be a lot of these guys, and you know what? I don't think there can be enough or not enough or too much. That's the one thing about activism, at least with cannabis. I don't think you can have too many networks, too many people trying to give a fuck. So, yeah, with that said, I appreciate your guys' time again, and check us out Wednesday. I'm just trying to do a little bonus episode here, trying to get into giving you guys more information that comes out across our feeds and whatnot. And it's always the truth, right? Cannabis is medicine, but it's not the cure-all band-aid for everything, except for me. I mean, really, for me, it's everything. But for you, it's up to you to decide what it is, right? Just like having a consumption diary, and people can tell you what something's like, but until you have your own personal experience, you'll never know. So look for us Wednesday at 2:00 Central Time. I don't know, noon Pacific Time, and here at this channel. Thanks for your time, guys. Peace.